I rise today to speak against this legislation. While this language of this legislation has been modified over the past several weeks, it still is not good enough. And when we are talking about ensuring that our lakes, rivers, streams, air, land, and natural resources are protected, we need to be perfect. We can't undo a spill in the lakes or in a river. We can only deal with the aftermath. So we have to make sure that our rules are effective and scientifically sound. We will all be paying for weak and ineffective rules and wrongly approved permits for generations to come. We need to be working to ensure transparency, and that means making sure power is in the hands of the people, not corporations who have vested interest in exploiting those very precious resources. But instead, this legislation allows persons from out of state to make rule and permit decisions for our constituents. These out-of-staters are not going to have the best interest of our constituents who are just trying to enjoy their local beach to go kayaking or to go kayaking down a river. There is no protection for potential conflict of interest from these out-of-state board members' decisions. Furthermore, Mr. Chairman, the special interest groups who do have representatives on these rulemaking boards will have an advantage over their business competitors who do not happen to have these special connections on the boards. Protecting our environment and natural resources is vitally important, not just for obvious reasons, but also economic reasons. Revenue is raised, businesses formed, and jobs created through properly maintained and protected natural.
Members, on final passage, I'm going to ask for the courtesy of your attention to our colleagues as they address us. Chair recognizes Representative Sowerby.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Revenue gets raised, businesses formed, and jobs created through properly maintained and protected natural resources. By passing these bills, we end up jeopardizing local economies. I highly doubt that when many of you were campaigning, you campaigned on putting our natural resources up to the discretion of unelected, even out-of-state business interests. But that is what we are doing today with this vote. We cannot claim to be pure Michigan while at the same time passing this legislation which endangers the environment that makes our state so special. I urge my colleagues to vote no on this legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Sowerby.